Hello everyone, here is lecture 6 on numerical problems. In this lecture, we will discuss on numerical problems belonging to all those topics which we have discussed in so far lectures. In first numerical, the concentration of electrons is given 4 into 10 power 7 and the length is given here. Work function is given. So there is need to determine Fermi energy, Fermi temperature and the depth of potential well. As we know, in a potential well, it is shown here till to this level, okay, which is known as Fermi energy. The highest occupied energy state is known as Fermi energy state, or if that represents to an energy level, then it is called Fermi energy level. Till to this level, electrons are filled, and to remove electron from this potential well, this amount of excess energy will be required. So this excess amount of energy is also known as work function. So work function plus Fermi energy means energy from bottom to this level is expressed as EF. So EF plus phi is called depth of potential well. Potential well means electrons are constrained to move in this well. So if this amount of energy is provided, then electrons can be removed from this well, and afterwards they will take part in conduction process. So this one we have to determine. Before to find this one, there is need to find EF, Fermi energy, which is not given. So but we know that energy of an electron in a potential is expressed by n square h square upon atom L square, where n represents to energy level. Its value is started from n equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. And each level is split into two states, and each state is occupied by a single electron. So the number of states will be equal to 2 times of number of energy levels. It also represents to the total number of electrons. Okay. So in this equation, if small n, which represents to an energy level, is replaced by capital N, where capital N represents to number of electrons, in other words concentration. So capital N is substituted here, then n equal to capital N by 2, capital N by 2 is kept here, then we will have capital N square and upon 4 will be multiplied to 8, okay, it will be 32. So capital N square h square upon 32 ml square. When capital N represents to the total number of electrons in a metal, then this capital E will be replaced by EF. Since we have seen in the previous lectures also, the maximum occupied energy level is called Fermi level, and the energy is represented by EF. So E will be replaced by EF. So now by substituting the value of capital N is given here, concentration, okay. H represents to Planck's constant, which is equal to this one. Mass of an electron, L be the length of metal. Here 1 centimeter is given in terms of meter, 10 power minus 2. By substituting all these values, we have EF equal to this one in terms of joule. Now since work function is given in electron volt, therefore it is needed to be transformed into electron volt. To transform into electron volt, there is need to divided by 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Then joule will be converted into electron volt. As we know that 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. Because of 1 joule will be equal to 1 upon 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 electron volt. So 1 joule equal to this amount. Okay. So we need to transform this amount of joule. So 1 joule equal to this one. So this one will be equal to this one multiplied by this one. So we have this one. After simplification, it is equal to 1.5 electron volt. So Fermi energy is determined. Now we have to calculate Fermi temperature. Since there is a relation between Fermi temperature and Fermi energy as, so by substituting the value of EF and K, since K is represented by Joule per Kelvin, because of EF is substituted in terms of Joule, and after simplification we have TF equal to this one in terms of Kelvin. And we have discussed already depth of potential well, EF plus phi. Phi means work function. So after adding these two values, we have depth of potential well. So energy of an electron in a potential well is transformed into Fermi energy, and after substituting all these values, it is transformed into Joule and converted into electron volt, and after substituting here, temperature is determined and EF is calculated. Now moving to next numerical, we have to calculate the total number of electrons present in 1 centimeter length. In this numerical, we have to calculate concentration of electrons. Length is given, Fermi temperature is given. So with the help of Fermi temperature, first of all we calculate EF, Fermi energy. As we already seen, relation between Fermi energy and temperature is equal to this one. So EF equal to KTF, TF is given, and K represents to Boltzmann constant, Joule per Kelvin. Okay, 1.38 into 10 power minus 23, and after simplification we have this one, EF equal to in terms of Joule. So if we have EF, then by following this equation we can calculate capital N, which represents to concentration of electrons. See, H is given, constant, M is constant, L is given. Okay, by substituting all these values, okay, and after simplification we have this one. Its unit is electrons per meter cube. In the next numerical, diameter of a wire is given, concentration is given, and current is also given. We have to determine the drift velocity of free electrons in a wire. As we know that drift current is expressed by NQVA, where N represents to concentration, Q represents to charge, V represents to drift velocity, A represents to cross section area. So since we have to determine drift velocity, I is given, current is given, and concentration is given. Q, charge, is a constant value, 1.6 into 10 to minus 19 coulomb, and cross section area, since diameter is given, so radius will be 0.01, so cross section area will be equal to pi r square. Now by substituting all these values in this equation, we have the drift velocity, which is equal to this one. Moving to next. In the fourth numerical, a copper wire of radius is given, carries current is given, and we have to assume that one conduction electron per atom can be obtained. So each atom releases an electron. Atomic weight is given, density is given, concentration is needed to be determined, current density, and then afterwards drift velocity. But talking about the concentration, a condition is given that an atom can release an electron. So if we determine the concentration of atoms, in other words density of atoms, the number of atoms per meter cube, since one atom releases a single electron, because of that the same number of electrons will also be in that volume. So that represents to the concentration. So first of all, we will determine the number of atoms per meter cube. As we know that by following this equation, we can find the atoms per meter cube, where capital N represents to Avogadro number, A cross section area, rho be the density. Density is given, okay, atomic weight is given, capital N. Avogadro number is a constant, okay, 6.1 into 10 power 26 or per kg atom, or 10 power 23 per gram atom is taken. So by substituting the value of this one, okay, capital N, A 63, rho, that one is also given, density. We have small n. Actually we determine first of all the atoms per meter cube. Since an atom releases an electron, therefore the same number of electrons will be in per meter cube, means concentration. So if you have the concentration, okay, then drift velocity can be determined by following this equation. But before that, current density is needed to be determined. So current density is determined by following this equation. I upon A, I is given current 0.1 ampere, cross sectional area. Since the radius is given 1 mm, means 10 power minus 3 meter. So pi r square means 3.14, r square means 10 power minus 3 power square means 10 power minus 6. We have this one. We know that J is expressed by NEVD and VD, J upon NE, and already been determined. J substituted here, E be the charge of an electron. So now after simplification we have drift velocity equal to this one. So first of all we determine the concentration of atoms by following this condition. Concentration of electrons will also be equal to that one. Current density is determined, and then after by following this one, drift velocity is calculated. In the next numerical, resistivity of a silver wire is given at room temperature. Electric field is given. We have to compute the drift velocity of electron. Assuming that there is a concentration is also given. Also we have to calculate the mobility. So we have to calculate drift velocity and mobility. If resistivity is given, we know that sigma equal to NE mu, or in other words mu equal to sigma upon NE, where mu represents to the mobility, sigma be the conductivity. So conductivity be the reciprocal of resistivity. So by substituting this value here, we have 1 upon rho NE. So resistivity is kept here, concentration is kept here, charge is kept here, okay, and finally mobility is calculated. Its unit is meter square per volt second, and we know that drift velocity is equal to mu E. Actually mobility is defined as drift velocity gained by applying unit electric field, means mu equal to Vd upon E. If E becomes 1 volt per meter, 1 volt per centimeter, the velocity acquired is called drift mobility. By following this equation, drift velocity is determined. Moving to the next, density is given. Each silver atom provides one conduction electron, similar as previous numerical. Conductivity is given. We have to calculate the concentration, mobility of electron. So by following similar equation, this one, concentration is determined. Since atomic weight is given, density is given. See, atomic weight is given, density is given. Because of carrier concentration is determined here, we have to calculate the concentration. So concentration equal to, by substituting here, that is obtained per meter cube. It represents to the electrons per meter cube. And next we have to determine the mobility. If resistivity is given, then here conductivity is given, not resistivity. So mobility, sigma equal to NE mu. In other words, mu equal to sigma upon NE. So conductivity is substituted here, that is given here. Concentration kept here, and by simplification we have mobility in terms of meter square per volt per second. In this numerical, we have to calculate drift velocity and current density. Diameter is given and current is given. So diameter is given. Since current density is equal to I upon A, I is given, its radius 0.08, or that can be substituted as pi r square. So current density is obtained, and next we have to calculate drift velocity. So again J equal to NEVD, so VD equal to J upon NE. So drift velocity is equal to this one. And the next numerical, resistance of a wire of length is this one, cross section of that one is given. So we have to determine resistivity, conductance and conductivity. So resistivity is equal to Ra upon L, as we know. So resistance is given 2 ohm. Cross section area is also given here. Length is given. Okay. So by substituting all this, we have resistivity, ohm meter, and conductance with the reciprocal of resistance because of 1/2 ohm inverse, or in terms of Simon. Conductivity is equal to 1 by rho. So rho is calculated firstly. So by substituting that value here, we have conductivity in terms of mho per meter, or Simon per meter, or ohm inverse, meter inverse. So resistance is given, cross section area is given, and length is given. So with the help of these three parameters, we have determined these three parameters. In the next numerical, we have to calculate the density of states of free electrons in sodium. Fermi energy is given at absolute zero. So we know that the density of states is expressed by this equation, where h Planck's constant, mass, E be the energy. The density of states around to which energy level? So that energy level is E, and D represents to the range. Now we have to calculate the density of states around to Fermi energy. So we have to kept here EF, not need to kept DE. Okay. So the same equation is here. GS represents to the degeneracy of an orbital. Since we know that in S orbital there are two electrons having spin up and spin down states, means a single S orbital is split into two states because of 2 is kept here, and after simplification of that one we have the similar equation, this one. So E, at place of E, EF is kept, mass of electron is kept, okay, H Planck's constant is kept, and finally we have density of states per meter cube and in per unit range. So per joule is shown here. It is discussed in our previous lecture in detailed manner. So only energy is required to calculate the density of states, GE, not DE. If there is asked a range, then DE will be included. That's all in this numerical. In the next numerical, Fermi function, we have to calculate the Fermi function for energy above the Fermi energy. See, evaluate the Fermi function for energy kT above the Fermi energy. kT above the Fermi energy. In other words, E minus EF is given kT. E represents to the above energy level and EF Fermi energy level. So the difference is equal to K. B means Boltzmann constant, Kb. Okay, so we can also kept here only K instead of Kb. This difference is given, and we know that the Fermi function or Fermi distribution function, it is also known as distribution function, is expressed by this equation. This energy difference is given kT. So kT is substituted here. So kT upon kT e power 1, exponential power 1. So exponential value is equal to 2.7183. So after simplification we have F equal to 0.2689. Okay, this Fermi distribution function, or it is also called Fermi function. So kT are constants, and E minus EF represents to the energy difference from the level which is given to Fermi level. So the difference is given above energy. Okay, so it is equal to this one. In the next numerical, the Fermi temperature is given. Calculate the Fermi velocity. We know that there is a relation between Fermi energy and Fermi temperature, which is expressed as 3 by 2 kT, kBT, Tf. And Fermi energy is also equal to kinetic energy acquired by electron in the Fermi level, which is expressed by half m Vf square. So we have to calculate Fermi velocity. Fermi temperature is given. So with the help of these two terms, Fermi velocity will be equal to 2 will be cancelled, and 3 kBT F m will be divided here, and there is a square root. So Vf equal to this one. The temperature is given, then with the help of this one, velocity is calculated. In the next numerical, use the Fermi distribution function to obtain Fe. The difference is given in electron volt. So by following the same previous equation which is used in previous numerical, okay, difference is given in terms of electron volt, but we know that Boltzmann constant is expressed in terms of joule per Kelvin. So numerator is in terms of electron volt and denominator is in terms of joule. Since T is Kelvin, and Kelvin inverse will be cancelled out, only joule is remained here. So in the numerator electron volt and denominator joule, any one is needed to be converted into other term. So here electron difference 1 electron volt is converted into joule. So 1 electron volt equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. Okay, because of with the help of this one we obtain E minus Ef, which was 0.01 electron volt, right now equal to this one. So numerator is also became in terms of joule. So joule will be cancelled. Okay, and after simplification we have this one. Moving to the next, Fermi level is given, Fermi velocity is needed to be determined. So Fermi energy equal to half m Vf square. So Vf equal to, so it's simple, 2 Ef upon m. Fermi energy is given, and the mass of an electron 9.1 into 10 minus 31 kilogram is kept here. So Fermi velocity is determined. Find the temperature at which there is a probability, 1% probability. You have to calculate the temperature at which 1% probability with energy this one above Fermi energy. See, with energy above Fermi energy means E minus Ef equal to, this is given. Find the temperature. So again by following the similar equation, E minus Ef will be kept 0.05 kBT. K is converted into electron volt here. In the previous numerical, E minus Ef was transformed into joule. Here Kb, which is in terms of joule, is converted into electron volt and substituted here. And probability 1% is given. 1% means when percentage sign is removed, there is need to divide by 100. So 1 upon 100, that one is given here. So 1 upon 100 is kept here is at place of Fe, and T is needed to be determined. Okay, since this term is very large, 10 power minus 5, when it transformed into numerator, so it will be larger value. So 1 plus is neglected. Okay, and it is equal to exponential this term. So after taking log in the base of E, we have this one, and T is equal to this one. So probability is kept here. K is transformed into electron volt. E minus Ef is given in electron volt. So kept here. T is needed to be determined. When it becomes larger, okay, not need to be added with 1. So it is equivalent to this one. And after simplification we have T equal to this one. Thank you all.